안녕하세요, 안차키입니다. Welcome to another edition of Let's Speak Korean. And here with us, as usual, is 지승현 선생님. 안녕하세요, 선생님.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요, 지승현입니다. We have a great lesson for you, so stay with us.
In our last lesson, we studied some honorific terms. Let's get a quick review now. 어제 몇 시에 주무셨어요?
일이 많아서 2시에 잤어요.
점심 드셨어요?
아니요, 배가 아파서 안 먹었어요.
I see. 선생님 didn't get enough sleep last night and she's not feeling too well either. Let's hope that she gets better soon. All right, in this lesson we're going to learn some more honorific terms and we are also going to learn to make some more polite questions. All right, let's go to the clip first.
가족이 몇 분이세요?
할머니하고 부모님, 여동생, 그리고 저 모두 5이에요.
할아버지께서는 안 계세요?
네, 안 계세요. 3년 전에 돌아가셨어요.
아, 그래요. 할머니 연세가 어떻게 되세요?
70이세요.
Michael asked Minuk how many members there are in his family, and the answer is 5. He asks if his grandfather is living with them, and Minuk answers that his grandfather passed away 3 years ago. Now, to a question asking how old his grandmother is, Minuk answers that she is 70 years old. Let's get a check of the expressions in this lesson. We are going to learn some more expressions to ask polite questions of someone. The expressions are the subject followed by 이 or 가, 몇 분이세요? And the subject followed by the particles 이 or 가, 어떻게 되세요? We have to learn some new vocabulary that we'll need to learn the expressions.
몇 분, 몇 분. 연세, 연세. 성함, 성함. 돌아가시다, 돌아가시다.
가족이 몇 분이세요?
할머니하고 부모님, 여동생, 그리고 저 모두 5이에요.
가족이 몇 분이세요?
할머니하고 부모님, 여동생, 그리고 저 모두 5이에요.
Michael asked Minuk how many members there are in his family. What was the expression in Korean?
가족이 몇 분이세요?
We have learned a similar expression before. Can you remember it?
가족이 몇 명이에요?
That's right. The expression is the same in English, but in the Korean expressions, we use the words 명 and 분.
That's right. The word 분 is the honorific form of the word 명, which is the counting unit of the person. So, and instead of using 이에요 to end the sentence, we use 이세요, which is also the higher form.
I see. So let's use the words that we learned earlier to practice some examples. 가족이 몇 분이세요?
부모님과 저 모두 3이에요.
할머니 연세가 어떻게 되세요?
70이세요.
할머니 연세가 어떻게 되세요?
70이세요.
We're learning how to come up with some polite expressions to use when we want to know more about someone. Now, remember what Michael said to Minuk? He asked Minuk how old his grandmother was. Now, what was the expression in Korean?
할머니 연세가 어떻게 되세요?
Notice the word 연세 here. Now, 선생님, could you tell us more about this word?
Sure. It is the word for age, and another word for it in Korean is 나이. Do you remember? But when we are referring to the age of someone who is older than us, we're supposed to use 연세 instead of 나이.
And the expression 어떻게 되세요 is also an honorific form, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. It is to ask someone about themselves, so it's the word for the thing you're curious about plus the subject particle 이 or 가 followed by 어떻게 되세요?
Now, let's say that we want to know how many members there are in someone's family. Now, how would we ask this question in Korean?
가족이 어떻게 되세요?
Now, let's say that we want to find out someone's name. Now, how would we ask the question?
성함이 어떻게 되세요?
성함 is the honorific form of the word 이름, which is name. Let's use the words that we have learned up to this point to come up with some questions and answers. 가족이 어떻게 되세요?
부모님과 저 모두 셋이에요.
Now, 아버지 성함이 어떻게 되세요?
지 정자 석자이십니다.
Now, 선생님, you just said your father's name in a strange way. Is there a
Right.
special reason why you did that?
Well, in Korea, we don't say someone's name just like that, especially when it is someone who is older than us. So the polite way to say someone's name is to state the surname first and add the word 자 to the other characters.
It's time to learn some extra expressions. Now, Michael asked Minuk if his grandfather is living with them. Now, how did he pose the question?
할아버지께서는 안 계세요?
Remember that we have to use the particle 깨서 when we are referring to people who are older than us. So 깨서 is the honorific form of the particle 이 or 가. But in the expression that we ran across this time, there was another particle after this. Now, what was it?
It is a particle we can use when we are changing the subject or we are comparing things. The particles 은, and 는, subject particles, but rather than indicating the subject only, it functions to change the subject. The subject is changed from talking about the grandmother to question about the grandfather.
Now, to the question asking about his grandfather, Minuk says, 네, 안 계세요. 3년 전에 돌아가셨어요. Right? Now, there is one important point that we have to touch upon here.
Well, there are different ways to answer questions in Korean which differ from English. We can answer with 네, meaning yes, regardless of whether the question is a positive or negative one. And of course, we say 아니요, meaning no, if our answer is in the negative.
And the word 돌아가셨어요 means that someone has passed away. Now, instead of using the word 죽었다, we use this when we are referring to people who are older than us. If we use 죽었다, it would be considered rude. Okay, let's practice after 선생님.
3년 전에 돌아가셨어요. 3년 전에 돌아가셨어요.
It's time now to wrap up our lesson. Let's go over the expressions one by one along with the clip.
가족이 몇 분이세요?
가족이 몇 분이세요?
할머니하고 부모님, 여동생 그리고 저 모두 5이에요.
할머니하고 부모님, 여동생 그리고 저 모두 5이에요.
할아버지께서는 안 계세요?
할아버지께서는 안 계세요?
네, 안 계세요.
네, 안 계세요.
3년 전에 돌아가셨어요.
삼 년 전에 돌아가셨어요.
아, 그래요.
아, 그래요?
할머니 연세가 어떻게 되세요?
할머니 연세가 어떻게 되세요?
70이세요.
일흔이세요.
Here now is the entire clip once again, so please make sure that you understand what's going on and please try to memorize them.
가족이 몇 분이세요?
할머니하고 부모님, 여동생 그리고 저 모두 5이에요.
할아버지께서는 안 계세요?
네, 안 계세요. 3년 전에 돌아가셨어요.
아, 그래요. 할머니 연세가 어떻게 되세요?
70이세요.
To learn some Korean pronunciations. Now, following up on our last lesson, we're going to look at some other pronunciation rules for the letter hyut when it functions as a 받침. Let's find out how to read the words when a vowel sound follows a word with the 받침 hyut.
좋아요. 좋아요. 좋으니. 좋으니. 좋은. 좋은.
When the 받침 hyut combines with a vowel sound, we end up not being able to hear the hyut sound. Okay, so remember that when the hyut 받침 combines with a vowel sound, that is followed by a vowel sound, then the hyut sound becomes silent. Now, what happens when we have a 시옷 character following after a hyut 받침?
좋습니다.
Remember that when the hyut 받침 is followed by a consonant, the consonant sound becomes a strong one. Now, in the case of the consonant 시옷, it turns into a double consonant sound. Okay, let's listen to how 선생님 reads it.
좋습니다. 좋습니다.
It's time to wrap up this edition of Let's Speak Korean. Now, in this lesson, we learned several other honorific terms that we can use to ask polite questions when we want to know something about someone. Let's get a quick review now. 선생님, 가족이 몇 분이세요?
부모님과 동생 그리고 저 모두 4이에요.
Well, that is all the time we have for this lesson. So until next time, 안녕히 계세요.